Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in the NFL. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with my boy Brandon Deutsch. Brandon, first of all, how was your day today, man?
It wasn't great.
Wasn't great. Why? What happened?
I mean, the Niners won, but like they.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it. Is that I think
that's all I cared about all day. I mean, like I woke up, I made some content, I made some NFL draft stuff, and then some fantasy content, and then I was like, I lost my fantasy league because Ricky Pearsall loves to do fucking cardio.
I know. Well, I don't even think that was his fault. I genuinely think Shanahan. I don't know. Like they just keep using.
He was open for that touchdown for a split second, and then Brock decided to like wait to throw it, and then he threw it, and then it like
yeah. Well, Brandon, Niners won 20-9. I thought it was a good game. You know, I'm usually really hyped for wins, and I usually am very excited for win. No, like you're not excited. You don't like wins. I like wins.
Beating the Panthers, I mean, is nothing. The Panthers,
it's still a dub city. It's still a dub city, Fred Warner style. Like I'm still happy, but it's just the main takeaway from this game. I think we could talk about is the $53 million man, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy today, 23 for 32, 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and then the stat line that everybody loves, 3 interceptions. Brandon, yeah, I mean, what was your initial reaction on Brock Purdy throwing 3 interceptions today?
Well, you know, I'm not going to completely hate on him for the last one. The last one, he didn't see him. He should have, but Horn was off his man and he was reading his eyes the entire way. Yeah. Pearsall was open for a split second. And, you know, Brock tries to play hero ball way too much. That's the problem with Brock Purdy. You know, he already has a weak arm and he's 5'11", 6 foot. You know, like he's not a tall quarterback. He doesn't have a big arm. He can use his legs to extend plays, which is great. He hates to take the check down. Just take the checkdowns to George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey. Don't try and play hero ball. Like sometimes it works, but then you get nights where they play a lot of man and it happens. That's what happens. I mean, you've seen the stats. I believe it is zone coverage that Brock Purdy kills, and man coverage he's horrible against. Now, part of that's on the receivers. They got to be able to separate it. Without Ayuk, that's pretty hard for them. Yeah. But like the throw to Jennings was behind him. That was like you were deep in your end zone. That made a little no sense. The Pearsall one was bad because Kittle was open for a walk-in, you know, maybe touchdown, but at least a first down. And it's like the reason why I'm so critical of Brock Purdy isn't because I dislike him. Like he's a great person. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope he wins us.
He's a God guy. Loves God.
Super Bowls, but like I am at heart someone who wants the 49ers success number one. And I don't think the front office wants their success number one. And that was evident when they paid Brock Purdy because anybody can look good in that system. That's the problem. Not anybody, but close to anybody.
Yeah, Josh Johnson did not look
good. The issue was like, is Brock Purdy a better quarterback than Mac Jones? Yes. There's no doubt about that. But is he better than him by 50-something million dollars? You know what I mean? By 40, whatever. Mac Jones making 9. Brock's making nothing this year. And that's another.
It just kicks into
next year. Is the first year of the $265 million deal. And there was some flexibility because of the signing bonus they gave him, right? Where they could get out of that contract after the second year, but it's making it substantially harder right now. And I just want Brock to stop playing hero ball. Like this offense can come if he just stops playing hero ball.
This is my boy Khaled. He's a very big Purdy supporter. Purdy could throw 5 interceptions in a game. Listen, this guy just started watching football, so he's joking. But Brandon, I agree. I mean, I thought Brock Purdy was This guy Kellen's making me laugh. Brock Purdy honestly was playing like JJ McCarthy in the first half.
Worse.
Like it was very bad. And
Worse.
just the thing that pisses me off about Niners fans, and it's like I understand, like, yeah, it's just like people are like, yeah, he's injured, and I understand he's injured, like that, like he's injured, like you could still tell. I definitely thought he was running a lot more today, like he definitely was
He looked
moving,
athletic. That wasn't a
which is the
problem.
good thing.
He avoided a few sacks, which was pretty impressive. And
And
Mac
that's
Jones
the thing.
does
And that's the
sack.
biggest thing we love to see from Purdy. Like on that one to Pearsall, why did he throw that ball? Why not just keep running, right? And these are things like he's going to start getting into the groove of things once again, once he, starts to play more games. It's just like, I don't think a toe affects your brain that much. Like like his processing, like again, I know he hasn't played in a while, but why is he taking 45 years to throw the ball? And when he throws the ball, it's behind the guy. Like that Pearsall one, I honestly think Mac Jones makes that throw and it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, not just that, or Mac Jones throws it to Kittle, for the first down. And that's the difference. It's like you don't need Brock Purdy's ceiling is higher than any quarterback they've had since at least Jeff Garcia. Like the top end of what he does is next level, and he can be that. But then you get the risky side of him, the downside of playing hero ball, which happens too often. And, his calling card is supposed to be processing. If he can't read that they're in man coverage and then, JC Horn leaves his man, I got to be careful of one of the best corners in the league. Like, that's another thing. Like, Pearsall, he's late to throw the ball. Like, the one where he threw out of bounds
forcing
early
it,
on in the game. And he's forcing it. That's the biggest
like
issue.
that's the biggest thing. When
Take what the defense gives you. Honestly,
exactly.
The 49ers are the San Francisco Christian McCaffreys. Like,
exactly.
if you just take what the defense gives you, you'll be able to put up 30 points every game as long as Christian's healthy.
Exactly.
Like,
No, but and that's the
Christian
thing.
Together, like that's all you need. Just take if they're playing man and your guys aren't separating, don't force it to Jennings. Don't force it to Pearsall. He made a couple of nice throws, which he always does.
Yeah.
But those 3 intercepts, they can't. That happens against a
The
Panthers.
Pearsall one was the biggest force. That was the biggest force. You didn't have to throw that ball. It's just he's like, I honestly think in Purdy's head, he's like, okay, I'm making $53 million. I'm gonna have to make this throw. Again, I don't think there's a lot of quarterbacks not worth $53 million. Do I think Purdy's worth $53 million? No, I don't think a lot of quarterbacks are. But Purdy, we paid you this money because you're simple. You process defenses quickly.
Yeah.
He's not doing that right now, which is weird. I don't know if his toe is affecting him that much. It's just like, yeah, this is his second game. I definitely want to see faster processing against Cleveland, which Cleveland's defense scares me. Myles Garrett, that guy's going to make me shit my pants. That guy's so freaking good. He might be the best defensive edge ever. I don't think that's a crazy take to say.
I mean, I think if Brock Purdy starts Sunday, and I hope I'm wrong, we're just going to see the same thing against that defense.
Yeah.
Except more sacks, because our O-line isn't going to be able to stop Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
I hope Purdy kind of takes the check, because it's going to be an ugly game on Sunday.
It will.
Let the defense try and pick Shador, young quarterback, cocky, probably going to try to force the ball downfield, like he did a few times against the Raiders, but that was more evident against the Ravens. If the Niners just run the football and do those little screen passes to McCaffrey and get Kittle in motion, I want to see Pearsall more involved. I know he tried to force it to Pearsall a few times, but let's be real. JC Horn was kind of locking him up. Like he was. JC Horn is one of the best corners in the league, and that, honestly, that's not a bad thing that Pearsall.
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
He's still trying to get back into a rhythm too. His knees probably still bothering him. But I don't want to hear the excuses of like, oh, Purdy's turf toe. It's obviously not bothering him that much.
Dude, no, he's running like he was.
He looks really athletic, and he needs. I've never thought I'd say this. Brock Purdy needs to use his legs more.
Okay, but and that's the reason why he's better than Mac Jones.
Run like McCaffrey he doesn't have that burst like he used to. And that's
he did look great today, though. He did look great.
Not fantastic at running the football, but
not the same speed.
He's one of the best players in the league. There's no doubt about it. He just doesn't have that burst like he used to, which is fine. Yeah, he's probably a top 5 receiver. If he never plays running back again, he can just be a top 5 receiver. That's fine with me. B-Rob looked great. But that's why Purdy needs to use his legs. If he can extend plays with his legs, if shit is hitting the fan He's about to get sacked like a few times today. That 15-yard run, that 5-yard run, that and then slide. Like, look at Drake May, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. It's not this old like Brady shit. And that's the thing I like about Brock Purdy, because obviously Mac Jones can't do this shit. He can't. Mac Jones is
No,
more of like a stationary quarterback, right? Like, he's not going to use his legs.
no,
And in the modern NFL, you kind of have to have a quarterback that uses his legs, and I'm aware of that. Still, I would try and win like Stafford doesn't use his legs, and they could win the Super Bowl this year. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I'd rather have Mac Jones at 9 million. I'd rather have Mac Jones at 25 million than Brock Purdy at 55 million, because you had to let Hufanga and Greenlaw walk because you had to get ready to pay Brock Purdy. You
Yeah.
had to let
I
Travarius Ward walk, like.
And I think the biggest thing for me is like I feel like the Niners, this is another thing like I don't forget who said this, but this is another thing. I feel like we did rush to pay Purdy, man. Like this is a year where right now, dude, if we didn't sign Purdy, he's still on his rookie contract right now. If we didn't sign Purdy this offseason, we could have either let him go or signed him for cheap. Like when I say cheap,
Yeah.
I mean cheap. I think less than 30 now. After this game, it's less than 30. I don't even think it's 30. I think it might be like 20.
The only good thing about Brock, but you can find this in a lot of quarterbacks, he is a great leader. He is. He's a great leader. And
Yeah,
I actually saw his confidence go out the window. That was another thing. I'd prefer him, if he throws 3 picks, to keep slinging that shit downfield. Keep your confidence, dude. Like,
but that's another thing, Brandon.
I hated that he stopped being himself. Like, you're going to have some of that, but I saw him getting domed up, and Carolina knew that. And the only reason why he had a decent second half was, 1, he was finally taking the checkdowns.
Yeah.
And 2, JC Horn got hurt.
Yeah.
So he was able to do more.
But that's another thing too. I feel like that first drive, why didn't Shanahan just call it like that the whole game? Like I feel any quarterback, you just got to get them into the game, especially a guy just missing 8 weeks or whatever it was. Why not give him time, get into the groove of things, and then start maybe chucking the ball downfield more than 20 yards? Like, because Purdy, I think the stat that I saw was like Purdy's passes on 25 plus yards this year is he has like one completion, 6 interceptions. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm praying next game he plays good, because if he plays good against the Browns, like I understand the Browns have a good defense. It's just they're still a shitty team.
No.
And
The Browns are not that as bad as their record. Like, they've had some good games this year. Like, they dominated the Dolphins, and the Dolphins have been playing good football recently. Like, they won by 20 points. The Raiders stink, but it's hard to win a game by 20 points in the NFL.
yeah,
Like, it just is. That's why what the Rams are doing are so impressive right now. And what the Lions were doing last year was so impressive. Like, what scares me is, like, I'm not worried about the fucking Panthers. I'm more worried about the Browns, because the Panthers don't have a pass rush. Like, they're good at stopping the run, pretty good, but they can't get to the quarterback. They had 0 sacks today, right? I'm pretty sure they had 0.
Yeah, they do.
Cleveland's at least getting 2 or 3 sacks minimum on Brock Purdy. McKivitz is probably in hell against that D line.
Oh my God, Myles Garrett! I will bet money right now.
Trent has said that he can't even stop Myles Garrett, and that's like one of the greatest tackles of all time. Like, he has said that openly. So Brock Purdy's going to need to get to his check down more, and it's going to be a sloppy, ugly game. Like, we're not seeing 41 from the Niners next week.
Dude, I just don't want Purdy to throw interceptions, man. It seems like every game.
Win the turnover battle. Like, if you win I'll say this: if they are able to just not turn the ball over, and Purdy just takes the checkdowns, they should be able to comfortably beat the Browns in Cleveland. If he
100%.
throws the interceptions and forces stuff, and there's a difference between him being himself and him forcing stuff. Himself is knowing when to check the ball down. This is what he was so good in 2023 about, knowing when to take the big risk and knowing when to check the ball down. That's why he had that 31-10 touchdown interception ratio the year they went to the Super Bowl. Was he was so good at finding that mix. And he had a few bad games. Cleveland, he threw 2 picks. Baltimore, people are saying like this is new shit. Like, this happened even when he was supposed to win MVP. They threw 4 picks against Baltimore. There are games he's had like this before. This is not new. And
I definitely think this was his worst game, though. I think this might have been worse than Baltimore.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know. That Baltimore game, I feel like some of them were tipped.
At that point, he had played 13 games in a row. Like he
Yeah.
was in a rhythm and going to win MVP. Like he was minus odds to win MVP, and then he threw 4 picks. The Panthers, like there were some bad throws. Like they should have picked a 4th. There was a 5th that might have been 50-50, but I don't fault him as much as like on the Horn's second pick. Like that's just him. He hasn't played enough football recently to read that. He
Very
went
true.
off his assignment and was reading his eyes. He should have looked off like Stafford does, looked off coverage to maybe, that ball was to Pearsall, to Jennings. He was looking at Pearsall the whole time. And that's something I think he'll get better at the more he plays. But like, look, if they're down 10 against Cleveland,
very hard to come back.
It's
going to be a sloppy game.
Do you put Mac Jones in? Like
I'm
more
Is this
worried
game
about
in Cleveland? Is this game in Cleveland?
Yes, which sucks.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what the worst thing about Cleveland is when they bang that trash can. I actually despise that and I hate it. Oh, that's gonna suck. But Brandon, next question. We already kind of talked about the offense. Just give me, who's your MVP for the offense today? Who is your bright star? Even dude, Ricky Pearsall had 6 yards today. Damn, I really wanted him to be.
One of my leagues that got eliminated today because we have a stupid commissioner who loves 2-week playoffs, and my team was injured all year, and I'm in 7 leagues, so like this is just one league. Like I'm not worried. Like I'm in first place in like most of the other leagues, but like, dude, my team is 5-5, and then all of a sudden, like I've won 5 games in a row. It was like 0-5, and then. I'm not putting on my jersey for that performance. You got to do more. I'm not wearing that shit, and I'll wear it tomorrow if I see Kyle Shanahan admit that Brock Purdy played like shit, which he won't.
Okay, so who's your offensive MVP for today?
There's no question.
That was kind of a stupid question. Actually, we talk about because we were kind of talked about the offense, the defense. That was Jair Brown's best freaking game in the NFL.
Dude, he was incredible. Saleh was scheming that shit up the entire game. And I know Renardo Green, like I hate when Troy Aikman really hates the 49ers because like, yeah, that was a hold. You know how many times?
Oh my God, no, it was the most pussy hold ever. That wasn't even a hold.
I know, but I know. But like Troy Aikman was adamant they should have called it and it would have changed the game. Dude, McMillan drops that pass either way. Like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm like Aikman like has it out for the 49ers, which is like weird. I mean, it makes sense. He's a Cowboy, like, and the 49ers were good when the Cowboys were good back in the day in the 90s. So, but I mean,
Jair Brown though.
Yeah, he was incredible.
That
first interception was crazy. Like Bryce Young is a literal idiot for not running. Dude, he could have ran in for a touchdown.
I need people to stop talking shit about Upton Stout. That kid is going. That guy, I'm telling you right now, he makes mistakes, but that guy's going to be a dog in a couple years. He is going to be
better than Renardo Green.
Even though I thought Renardo had a pretty good game today.
Did you see him?
You don't think so?
Did you see him get cooked?
He's going to get cooked sometimes. He's going to get cooked sometimes. I thought our defense actually played really well. Like, I know people are saying it's the Panthers, but like Panthers don't have a bad offense.
Listen. I think this is the most important point about the defense is like, I'm not worried about them giving up 400 passing yards a game. I mean, they're not, but like, that's an exaggeration. Like, I'm not worried about what was going on to this game because if you can't rush the quarterback, if you can't get to the quarterback, every secondary in the league is going to be bad, not just ours. So like when people were like shitting on Lenore and Stout and Renardo Green, I'm like, take it easy, Mustafa. Take it easy on them. Like, dude, they are literally getting like bullied because there's no pressure on the quarterback. 95% of NFL quarterbacks, you give them 5 seconds to throw, they can deliver a dot somewhere. Bryce Young, luckily, is one of the only ones who can't.
You actually did predict it. You did say Bryce Young had a great game last game, and he was going to have a stinker this game. Brandon,
he's the Billy Napier of quarterbacks. It's
Brandon, you might know ball.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. People are really mad at me now. 49ers fans hate me now. And I'm just
dude, the thing is that, okay, the one thing I don't like about, and I was beefing with this guy on Twitter because the whole game he was just tweeting about how Purdy is playing bad. And I literally just tweeted under and I'm like, buddy, people have eyes. Everyone can see Purdy's not playing good. And I'm not joking. It was like every 10 minutes he was tweeting Purdy this, Purdy this, Purdy. I was like, holy crap. I tweeted
this. Like I was close to that, but I just said, I think it's time
we have an
honest conversation about Purdy, 3 interceptions in the first half, and y'all call Purdy elite. Where are the truthers? Purdy is good. He's an above average quarterback. There is no doubt about this. Game doesn't change that. People mistake me for like a Purdy hater. I am not a Purdy hater. People are so delusional, a lot of fans in this fan base, about like the intention I have. They think Purdy making 55 million a year or 53, whatever, it's going to be substantially harder to win a Super Bowl with any quarterback on that contract, yet alone a non-elite quarterback. The Eagles have been able to win a Super Bowl with him. I would say he's okay. He's not great.
Running back.
Well, Jalen Hurts, yeah, but you know why they were able to win? Because they didn't squander 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance and have no depth. They drafted well. So that's why I told Grant, I know Grant and I disagree on this. He hates Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan's one of the best coaches in the league. Like, I'd give him a lifetime contract. I would too. Because dude, Jawan Jennings is your wide receiver 1 right now. Like, dude, Jawan Jennings wouldn't even get 200 yards on like any other team almost. Like, he looks good because of Kyle's scheme, and he's a great blocker. But remember when he wanted that trade? If we had traded him to the Giants, I guarantee you he'd be healthy and active almost at this point.
100%.
You know,
I agree.
like,
Who do you think who was your defensive player MVP today?
Brown, right? It's got to be Brown.
It's got to be Brown.
Farrell was great. Farrell got pressure. Collins played great. The tips, he got like 4 tips.
We're making the playoffs, Brandon. We're making the freaking playoffs.
Look, honestly, I care about Super Bowls, but this team isn't winning the Super Bowl, so making the playoffs is like the ceiling. Like, that would be great. Get the young guys some looks. You know, Stout, put him in a playoff game.
Nick Martin too, dude. Nick Martin caused that fumble. Play Nick Martin over Curtis Robinson for the love of God. Curtis Robinson is the definition of mid. Please,
B-Rob needs more touches. Like,
he does.
I think,
but I'm saying Curtis Robinson is like he's not ass, but he's mid. He's so mid.
Curtis Robinson. I think he played well tonight.
Yes, but like, why not play the guy that you drafted in the 3rd round? And he's every single time Nick Martin's on the field, you know he's on the field. So why not play him?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I don't understand.
You want to know the big difference in the game?
What was the big difference, Brandon Deutsch?
So pre-3 interception, well, let's at the 3 interception mark, how many yards do you think George Kittle had?
Oh my God. Okay, I probably 0.
Well, yeah, I think he had 1 or 2 catches.
1 or 2.
But after, when they finally started using George Kittle in the passing game,
Dude,
how many interceptions did Purdy throw? 0.
0. And this is, I'm not joking. My dad
utilizing the tight end. The corners, you're keeping the corners honest. You're keeping the safeties honest about what's going on. And you're able to open up the offense. George Kittle is the key to the offense. If they use George Kittle in the first possession, in the whole game, they probably score 40 points. They don't use him for 4 possessions, and look what happens. He scored 20 points.
Dude, and my dad literally said that. My dad's like, they just need to start dumping it off to Kittle, and Purdy will get in rhythm and Kittle's getting guarded by linebackers. Like, Kittle's going to cook those guys. Like, they're literally going to cook them. So, like, it's Shanahan. I honestly think Shanahan's like, hey, first drive went well. Let's start just letting Brock Purdy cook. Brock Purdy chuck 50-yard bombs down the field, even though he can't throw probably 50 yards. But I don't know. Even Grant just tweeted, Brock Purdy's interception percentage this season is 5.4. And he's playing like prime Jameis Winston.
Dude, honestly, prime Jameis Winston was kind of nasty. 30 for 30. If Brock can get 30 touchdowns, I'm cool with the 30 picks.
30 picks. We can talk about the Panthers. Brandon, anything you want to say about the Panthers? You definitely did say that Bryce Young was going to have a stinker of a game. Definitely thought Tedero McMillan, like, I know he's good, but like, I didn't see really anything from him. I saw a drop, but what did you think about
he had that bad drop. He had a few drops, but like, they should have targeted him more. Like, Tedero McMillan is one of the best receivers in the league. Like, it's to the point where like you got to target him minimum 10 times. Minimum 10.
Yeah.
And I know the Niners did a good job of like controlling the possession and the time of possession, the clock. Like, that's why he didn't, like, Bryce Young was only on the field for like, I don't what was the time of possession? Panthers were on the field for what, a quarter max?
Dude, barely. I don't even know what it was, but I know that it was barely.
Maybe 12 minutes they had the ball for max. Like, you know, like they didn't have the ball. Like, that's one thing.
No.
That's what they're going to have to do against Shador. They're going to have to control the clock, run. It's going to be an ugly game on Sunday. Like the Panthers, I still think they'll have a bounce back game against the Rams, but they'll still lose. Like
Yeah.
they're not beating the Rams. The Rams are unreal. Like we got to call a spade a spade. The Rams are probably winning the Super Bowl. I
Dude,
hate
don't say
admitting
that because you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the Rams lifting the Super Bowl at Levi Stadium. That might be the worst possible thing I've ever
well,
like
we
in my
deserve
life.
that. We deserve that. We do. For choking in 2 Super Bowls and missing on 45 draft picks. We deserve that.
Yeah.
We don't as fans. The Niners deserve that.
No,
The
we
Rams.
don't. We don't deserve
Yeah, they
that.
do.
No.
They have screwed up so many things, Mosh, over the past. And John Lynch is the
Yeah.
only guy employed. Nobody in the history of management would stay employed after what John Lynch has done the last few years.
Okay, but Brendan, I don't like you can't get rid of John Lynch though, man. He's built super teams. Like I understand, like the drafting is definitely a problem, but without John Lynch, I don't think we go to 2 Super Bowls. I like John Lynch,
Well,
like
of course, but like also you could take the antithesis of that. I'd rather be bad for
Yeah.
a few years and build an offensive line and build a defensive line and then be a perennial team.
and
Than
listen,
just
I'll agree with
stack
you.
up on
I'll agree with you.
offensive players and like lose because Burford misses a block on Chris Jones because we didn't prioritize the offensive line.
If
You know?
they don't prioritize the offensive line this year, then I think John Lynch is in the hot seat. I think
they
you
need
have to put him in the hot
well,
seat.
now they need to draft a receiver.
Yeah.
So what do you
Second
when are you
round.
taking when are you taking the O lineman? You need to draft an edge rusher, you need a D lineman, and like because Michael and Bosa are out until midseason minimum.
Yeah.
At least Bosa.
Or maybe
Bosa
free
might be back
agency.
to start.
Maybe free agency, you just pick up a guy.
With what money? It's going to Leeds United.
What about Brandon Ayuk's money? You know what actually pisses me off is that
Might
like
stay. Oh, dude, why are people saying he might stay? Fuck this
Dude,
guy, dude.
dude,
Fuck
that's
him.
exactly what I'm saying. Screw this guy.
I hope he plays. Like, dude, if
No,
I'm
what are you talking about?
my players flashing at the watch store, like FaceTime and Jaden Daniels.
What a
and hanging
loser. He's
out.
like, oh, I'm
and,
wearing
like-
burgundy. Yeah, you can get the hell out of here. Go wear burgundy, you bum. I actually miss old Brandon Ayuk. He is such a loser. He is like, why would you even want this guy on your team? If
He's a bad
Brandon Ayuk
team.
suits up for the 49ers this season, I'll genuinely be pissed.
But that's why they were bad last year because Debo was a bad teammate and Brandon Ayuk was
Exactly.
a bad teammate.
But
They had a
Debo
bunch
might
of
be
bad
better than
teammates.
Ayuk.
No, I
Teammate
don't know.
wise.
Debo punched his teammate. At least Debo cared about the team. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Ayuk
Like,
literally,
that was
I
like,
don't think
Debo was like he had like his time was up with the Niners, but he was a good Niner for a while. He was a great leader. But like Ayuk doesn't even have the passion, bro. At least Debo had, like
Dude,
he
he's a
punched
loser.
whatever his name is, the long snapper, because
Tabor
whatever his name
Pepper.
is. Yeah. Because he wanted to win. He's like, what the fuck? We're doing everything in our and I kind of respect that, but he was also became like a bad teammate over time.
Yeah.
Ayuk hasn't shown passion, bro. Like at least
No.
Debo showed passion. Like he wanted to
Ayuk's
win.
missing meetings. You are literally getting paid so much money. You can't go to meetings. You're like Brandon Ayuk's pathetic. I hope he doesn't suit up. When I saw this morning and it was like Kyle Shanahan's still hoping that Brandon Ayuk can suit up this season. Why the hell would you even want him on the field? This guy's a loser. Void his contract, get him the hell out of here. This guy sucks. Like, I don't even care. Brandon Ayuk could go to another team, have a 1,500-yard season. He sucks. I don't like that guy at all. He's a genuine loser. Genuine loser.
Yeah.
I don't think the Niners should pick him up.
I don't think he's a good teammate either.
No, he's a loser. Pathetic. Anything else, Brandon? Anything else you got to say?
I'm nervous about the Browns game, and I shouldn't be.
I'm not.
But I
I think Shador's gonna have instead of a master class, he's gonna have a shitter class, and we're just gonna cook on him.
I hope Purdy plays better. Can't play worse.
Dude.
Well, can he? Maybe he can play.
It's his 6th interception.
Dude, he starts doing
Bro,
that
Purdy
shit
breaks
with
the record
Myles
for the
Garrett
most
and
interceptions
all
in a
those
game.
guys out there. Like Panthers, it's different. Like imagine if he was playing the Eagles tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, 49ers win 20-9 over the Panthers. It was definitely a weird win because it doesn't really feel like a win when your $53 million quarterback throws 3 interceptions in the first half. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be dropping some videos throughout the week, and then I'll probably be doing a stream with Brandon previewing the Browns game, and then maybe after the game. I don't know. I think is it an early game?
It is, so I'll be able to stream because I don't work
Beauty.
until 4 p.m. Pacific on.
Do you work tonight?
No.
Oh, so you don't have to stay up. How was that night? Like, I didn't ask you. How was that? Were you
back-to-back overnights? I worked till 8 a.m. back-to-back nights.
Are you an energy drink guy, coffee guy?
Coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink soda.
Same.
I don't drink energy drinks. I don't have processed.
What do you
sugar.
drink? What kind of coffee do you drink? Just straight black. How,
Black.
Brandon, you're 26. You're not 50. How do you drink black coffee?
Keeps you up.
Does it taste good?
Yeah.
Really?
I
Like
mean,
you put nothing in there?
no. Tastes great. Gives you a nice little buzz, you know. It's better than fucking dipping. You know what I
A
mean? Like
little
I
bit
have
of a
friends that
freaking
like
buzz.
put a Zin in. It's like, dude, you're giving yourself
Little
guns.
Zinachino upper deck, little
Yeah.
Zinny.
I mean, I play baseball, bro. Like all my like people were
Did
pitching
you
with
ever
a
do
list in
chew?
their
Did you
mouth.
ever do the?
No.
Are you
I'm not a
addicted to
I'm not
spits? Do you love spits? I love spits.
no.
You don't like spits and you played baseball. Shame on you, Brandon Deutsch. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Brandon, last question. What would you rate Brock Purdy's performance on a scale of 1 out of 10?
You could have given me a scale of 1 to 1. It would have been -1.
It's great to hear. Thank you guys for watching. Please, guys, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Go check out Brandon on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere.
Appreciate
Peace
you.
out, y'all.